Learn Islamic Religious Education with Abdul Rahim Mzee.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to welcome all my learners to the Islamic Religious Education. So far we were discussing different topics as per the Kenya National Exam is concerned. So we were still on the whole Qur'an, and today we shall tackle on Revelation. So some of the questions which normally comes on Revelation, you might be asked a question that give the reasons why the whole Quran was revealed, or what are the reasons for mankind to need the revelation. So such questions normally come, and if you find this question, don't hesitate to attempt, but I will guide you on how to answer such question. So on to the first point is that the reason why mankind needed the revelation of the Holy Quran. So early books were revealed to specific people. So there was a need for the Holy Quran to be revealed so as to guide and also to unite all mankind by the use of one book, which is Quran. On to the second point is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to show belief and disbelief. That is imma shakiran wa imma kafura. So it is either mankind to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is by worshiping Allah, and kafur, that is disbelief, that is to go against the teaching of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there are a variety of deeds which leads one to Jahannam, that is shirk Allah, and also munafiq, and among other evils. So one has to keep away from all things which are against the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to the third point is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to warn the transgressors against the Sharia, that is to keep off from all the evil. That whoever does any evil thing, then he should have in mind that in the life after death, he will face with many obstacles, that is punishment of hellfire, and no one can be able to humiliate the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Another fact is to give hope to the believers that the life, the current one, the life after death, that is barazak, and that is during the day of judgment, those who do good will go to Jannah, and Allah has mercy upon them, and they will celebrate the life in Jannah. So another point concerning about the reason why mankind needed the revelation of the Holy Quran is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to assist Muslims, because there are some issues which happen whereby there are no solution. But in the whole Quran, you will find the solution to all problems which are facing Muslims. So at times, women were being discriminated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reveal Quran and guide the man on how to deal with women. That all between man and women, all are equal in Allah in manners, that is in their deeds or in their act. Allah considered them. But before the coming of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, people used to bury their lively baby girls. A good example is Abu Bakr. He buried the baby girl, and he remembered. Sometimes he used to cry. And the hadith would say that Abu Bakr anhu sometimes used to cry and sometimes used to laugh. He cried because he only remembered the day when he buried the daughter. And he used to laugh because sometimes he was on the journey and he carried an idol that was made from dates. So he ate a portion by portion until he finished that idol, and he realized that the idol could not assist him anymore. Another fact is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He revealed the whole Quran because early books were interfered by man's character. So people interfere early books through their character intentionally for their own purpose. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the whole Qur'an so as to show that Qur'an is a book which cannot be altered, and also to rectify all the rules which were set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the mankind, but themselves they alter. So as we can see that there are so many ways in which Qur'an has been protected from man's interpolation. So these are the fact that any candidate who will answer the way I have just stated almost 8 points. So just take note of this point, and they will assist you to attain a better grade in your final exam. Now, let us just proceed. That is the reason why mankind needed the revelation of the whole Quran. So in the whole Quran, it contains that is the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. والله الذي لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم المالك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر. All these are the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which are found in the whole Quran, and they do have a meaning. Allah is the creator of the universe. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mercy to mankind. That is id'un istajib lakum. We, mankind, we do mistake. But if we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness, He is ready to forgive us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He needs us to worship. Ask whatever we need, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shall grant us. That we, mankind, if we beg on our fellow human being to be assisted, they get tired. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't get tired. So I ask you, my fellow Muslim, let us keep praying and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala whatever we want, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shall grant us. Then the whole Quran contains the history that is beginning of the creation from Adam alayhi salam towards the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So it reminds us on how people have been created, and the history is really discussed. So the whole Quran also contains political issues into details, how a government should rule, etc. In the whole Quran, it also contains the science into details, that is the creation of mankind. إِنَّ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ نُطْفَةٍ أَمْشَاجٍ نَبْتَلِيهِ فَجَعَلْنَاهُ سَمِيعًا بَصِيرًا. That is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created man. Then in the whole Quran, it contains the creation of man, that is the present man and the current man. So Adam alayhi salam was created, that is from soil or the sun, while the present man has been created from a blood clot. That is خلق الإنسان من علق. خلق الإنسان من علق. So that's how Allah has created the present man from a blood clot. So that is all about the whole Quran. It also discusses further about tijara, how people can do business as per the Sharia of Islam. So from that, I would like to end the session. Assalamu alaikum.